can feel like nothingness, right? And that can trigger fear. It can trigger the ego fearing the annihilation of itself. And that's ultimately the only fear the ego has. I'm feeling it as you're speaking. Okay, good. So stay in it right now as we breathe through it together. Hi, Rhonda. Sabrina, I felt abandoned by my spirit team, angels, and ancestors during a guided meditation with Dr. Robert Gilbert. I don't know who that is. Did they leave me during the meditation? Your guides never abandon you. Okay. I was very frightened. Okay. I'm gonna walk you through it. Okay. So your guides never abandon you. We're never abandoned by our spirit team. They're always around us. I think what happened, first of all, we only ever abandon ourselves. And so what could have happened, Rhonda, what I sense is that perhaps you were so deep in your meditation, it triggered some kind of fear in you to go so deep. It can be scary to go very, very deep into our meditative state. And it can feel like we're entering into this void, right? This like this darkness, this stillness, kind of like it's like too quiet, too peaceful, and that can bring up a lot of fear. Okay, it can feel like you're moving into this void. The void is the word that keeps coming through as I'm tuning into your energy, Rhonda. So you're moving into this void, and it feels like it's like all of a sudden you're alone, and that's not you. That's not your guides, but that is your ego saying, oh, there's nothing here for me to attach to, right? There's nothing. I'm in a spot that's really uncomfortable, right? So if you do a very deep guided meditation practice, and it's happened to me before, where you go very, very deep in your meditative state, it can feel like nothingness, right? And that can trigger fear. It can trigger the ego fearing the annihilation of itself. And that's ultimately the only fear the ego has, is the death of an identity. I'm feeling it as you're speaking. Okay, good. So stay in it right now as we breathe through it together. Okay, so take a big diaphragmatic breath. And just let it land in your body. I want you to put your hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly. And as you move into this deep state within you, I want you to remind yourself that you're connected to all that is. I am connected to all of creation. I'm willing to experience it now. I'm calling in the support of my spirit guides, my team, my higher self. There's nothing to fear here, Rhonda. Fear is just the ego afraid of dissolution, dissolving, of not having a hold on you. That's all that ever comes up when we go deeper and deeper and deeper into our meditative state. Your spirit team doesn't abandon you. They cannot. It's impossible. You are always connected to all of creation. You are a living, breathing entity expression of consciousness. So the idea of being abandoned is the idea of the wounded child has, that I can be separate from other beings, right? This is a very 3D way of looking at it. We cannot separate ourselves from consciousness. You are consciousness. So your ego is having a mini death in this experience, feeling like it's being abandoned. It's actually, you are abandoning it. And that is what's meant to happen as you move deeper into these spaces. I want you to really feel now the shift that's happening as I'm channeling for you, the shift that's happening in your solar plexus, and feel that connection to God, feel that connection to spirit. Right? Allow spirit to move into your body, to penetrate the cells, to bring in light, and to open up your heart so that you can feel deeply and profoundly within your own being how much more connected you are than you've ever been before. That's what's next. It's like there's a next level of it and the next level of it. And every time we go into these deep meditative states, okay? And I just want you to don't give in to the idea that you've been abandoned, because that's what the ego wants you to think, right? That's what your identity is saying, because it's trying to keep you safe. It's just trying to keep you safe. So give yourself an opportunity to go deeper into your own body and just feel that connection in your heart. And if you want to share with us how you're feeling now, that would be great. I feel this through my tears and fears. Okay, good. Let yourself experience it. Okay, feel it as we go into deep meditative states. Imagine dissolving the barriers, right? All of the walls that you've built up within yourself that it prevent you from experiencing the unconditional love that you are, right? This is where we're talking about signs, right? Like this is a sign now to go deeper into your body and really give yourself a chance to dissolve into love. Okay. I am willing to dissolve into love. And say that as you're meditating. These are good grounding, anchoring techniques when you're meditating and you feel stuck. And you're saying, I feel alone. Okay, good. So this is perfect, right? This is a perfect healing experience for your inner child as you're doing this deep meditation. On a core level, on a 3D human core level, we all feel alone because we're disconnected from spirit. We're disconnected from our essence, right? We're not connected to the source of where we came from. Okay, we forget this in early childhood. At some point, by the time our ego is formed, by the time our identity has been developed, we've lost the memory of our essence. We've lost a connection to that. We think we're the values that we inherited from our caregivers. We think that we are our beliefs, and we think that our identity is all there is. Our perception that's been given to us, with the identity that's been formed, is all there is. And that's not true. Okay, so as you go deeper into meditation, I want you to visualize yourself peeling back all the layers of fear and conditioning and separateness that you've experienced, that you've participated in, that you've bought into, and really feel it. And she says, I have to be honest, I want it to stop. Okay, and you are in choice. You are in choice, right? So stay in your heart, put your hand on your heart, and just continue to repeat. You can't meditate and chat with me at the same time. So I want you to just pause, put your hand on your heart, and just take some deep diaphragmatic breaths and bring yourself back into your body. Say, I'm ready to come back to my body now. Okay. At any point in time, you have free will. You are in choice. This is meant to empower you. These processes are meant to empower you. If at any point in time you're doing a meditation that's it's too aggressive or it's too much, take yourself out and bring yourself back to love. Okay. Feel yourself cry. Feel yourself, breathing through all the different layers of fear as we're talking about it, and slowly bring yourself back to your heart so that you can feel grounded and present in the moment. Okay. This is so, so, so important for you and for anybody who's on a healing journey. So many of us have built up trauma. That worked. Thank you. Next. Okay, good. I'm glad it worked. And this was beautiful. I would love facilitating this live for you, Rhonda. And, I want you to just remind yourself that at any point in time, you can always bring yourself back to center. You can breathe. You can shallow your breath. You can bring in mundane thoughts. You can bring yourself back into the everyday thinking mind, because that's a little more comfortable. It's a little safer, and just bring yourself into a place of safety. And this is all part of taking responsibility for your well-being. Okay. But keeping in mind that when you do these deep meditative processes, the only thing that's coming up is the death of the ego. And that can be very triggering and very scary. And you can do it in baby steps. You can revisit that meditation, and then with this awareness, and come back and listen to this portion of the broadcast, so you can help yourself. It'll help you guide yourself through it. And then at any point in time, you can take yourself out just by bringing yourself back into love. Okay.